For joining us on TVC News Update this hour, we begin TVC News Update in Abuja, where it has been a busy day for justices of the Supreme Court as the Apex Court earlier today upheld the election of Abba Yusuf as Governor of Kano State, reversing the decision of the Court of Appeal and the Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal, which sacked the governor. Other governors who also got the nod of the Supreme Court are Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, Bala Mohammed of Bauchi, Francis Nwifuru of Ebonyi, Caleb Muftuang of Plateau, Dauda Lawal of Zamfara, Alex Oti of Abia State, and Basi Otu of Cross River. There is more in this report.
This was a situation on the street of Kano immediately after the Supreme Court judgment in Abuja. Earlier, Justice John Okoro, who read the lead judgment, said the Court of Appeal was wrong in affirming the decision of the tribunal, which held that Mr. Yusuf did not win the majority of the lawful votes cast in the governorship election on the 18th of March 2023. In the judgment, Justice Okoro held that the tribunal was wrong in deducting 165,616 votes accrued to Mr. Yusuf in the election on the grounds that the ballot papers were not signed and stamped by officials of INEC. Also, the Supreme Court affirmed Babajide Sanwo-Olu's election as Governor of Lagos State. The court dismissed the appeal of Gbadebo Road Vival of the Labour Party against the election of Governor Sanwo-Olu. The Apex Court also affirmed the judgment of the Court of Appeal Lagos, dismissing the appeal for lacking in merit. Shortly after the judgment, this is what the former governor of Lagos State had to say.
When you have concurrent findings at the trial and appellate court, it's a rarity for the Supreme Court to depart from those conclusions. So, congratulations to our governor, congratulations to our party and to our government. And so there will be no more distractions to governance now running at full pace.
Bala Mohammed of the People's Democratic Party has been affirmed as the governor of Bauchi State. The Apex Court affirmed the decision of the Court of Appeal and dismissed the appeal by Sadiq Abubakar of the All Progressives Congress for lacking in merit. The election of Francis Nwifuru of the All Progressives Congress as governor of Ebonyi State has been affirmed by the Supreme Court. The Apex Court affirmed the decision of the Court of Appeal Lagos, dismissing the appeal of Chukwuba Odi of the People's Democratic Party for lacking in merit.
And thank my legal team and the All Progressive Congress and the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Especially, let me thank the courts.
On the appeal by the Governor of Plateau State, the Supreme Court reversed the sack of Caleb Muftuang, affirming him as governor. Just few minutes after the judgment, the street of Jos became lively again as residents jubilated freely, awaiting the return of the governor from Abuja. But this is what the governor said shortly after the judgment.
I want to thank their lordships who have today restored confidence in the judiciary. Their lordships have demonstrated courage and they have raised the hope of the ordinary man in Nigeria that justice is still available in Nigeria.
The Supreme Court also affirmed the election of Dauda Lawal of the People's Democratic Party as Zamfara governor. The Apex Court set aside the decision of the Court of Appeal Abuja, which declared the governorship election in Zamfara State as inconclusive and ordered a rerun in 3 local government areas of the state.
Zamfara people are happy and we're grateful. We will now go back, settle down and do the needful in terms of governance.
With the judgment delivered today, it is believed that the governors will now focus on development and delivering good leadership in their respective states.
Well, the other governors who actually got a nod of the Supreme Court are Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, Bala Mohammed of Bauchi, Francis Uwefuru of Ebonyi, Caleb Moftuang of Plateau, Dauda Lawal of Zamfara, Alex Oti of Abia State, and Basiotu of Cross River State. Away from that, governors of the oil-producing states have been encouraged to collaborate more with the Nigerian Navy in the fight against oil theft. This move is aimed at boosting the rise in daily oil production. Joseph Kunde has the details.
It is a busy day at the new NPA jetty in Warri as the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, arrives for the flag-off of Operation Delta Sanity. He is joined by the Minister of State Petroleum Resources Oil, Enekin Lukbobiri, Rear Admiral Samson Bura, and other top officers on a tour of 6 unmanned aerial vehicles and 2 ground control station vans to enhance maritime surveillance and other operations. The waving of the flag Charlie by the minister effectively terminates Operation Dakata Barao and flags off Operation Delta Sanity.
The Shell Petroleum Development Company reported about 100% terminal factor across its pipeline network at Bonny and Focados. This means that what they put into the pipeline, they are getting almost 100% of it at the receiving end. It is by a collaborative effort of the Nigerian Navy, other security agencies, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Police, Nigerian Customs, and other stakeholders, particularly the surveillance contractors who have been empowered to provide intelligence to the security agencies.
My appeal is that all the services need to work together. They need to know that we have a common objective. Common objective is fighting these oil thieves to salvation. Let me also use the opportunity to also call on all the governors of the region to also collaborate with the Navy, with the armed forces, so that we will win this fight.
The Vice Admiral later visited the Nigerian Navy ship Delta, where he commissioned the NNS Delta Arrival Hall.
The operation we launched today, we have additional assets, both surface platforms, air assets, underwater assets, unmanned area vehicles, our maritime domain awareness facilities, and additional personnel have been integrated into the operation with a view to making sure that we turn the tide against the criminals.
The visit is seen as timely in the renewed efforts of the government in sustaining development of the blue economy. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Warri.
And Yobe State government has disbursed 1 million naira cash to 16 victims who were affected by the EndSARS crisis in 2020. Governor Buni, who was represented by the Humanitarian Commissioner, Mairo A. Amchi, says the gesture is a symbol of concern from the government. Michael Ashoma has the details.
The EndSARS protest in 2020 will remain for a long time in the minds of victims and those directly affected. Some Nigerians lost properties worth millions of naira during the protest. Here are some of the affected victims from Yobe State. They are members of the National Association of Transport Owners who got stuck in various locations affected by the protest. Their vehicles, which were major sources of their livelihood, were set ablaze. The state government has handed them 1 million naira each as cash relief.
You have now bear witness that what has now been given to those that were affected during the SARS incidents that had affected Nigeria as a whole and also some neighboring countries is there in his heart. That is why he sees his deem to give a token as a sympathy to those that were affected.
Chairman of the state's NATO applauded Governor Buni for the kind gesture. The Humanitarian Commissioner appreciates the roles played by NATO members in the development of the states. Michael Oshoma, TVC News, Damaturu, Yobe State.
With that, it's a wrap on TVC News. Thanks so much for watching. Up next is the Sports Desk. Bye for now.